welcome to a new video with me, Richard Clements. Today you're joining me on the south coast, specifically Tor Bay, and behind me is Painton Pier. So I'm just going to go off onto a ride up into Dartmoor and hopefully not get too wet. I'll move along a half a mile. It's a bit busy with people out walking their dogs Sunday morning and everything, so yeah, I'll just come along a little bit further. So yeah, my plan today is to ride up into Dartmoor. I'm going to Widecombe in the moor and Dartmoor, and the weather's a bit hit and miss, I suppose you'd say. A bit showery. It's actually brilliant sunshine earlier, but about an hour ago, so yeah, it's gone over a bit there now. Anyways, no Audax today. This is just a ride about 45 miles, 4,500 feet of climbing thereabouts. That's commute, so it's more than like 5,500. Yeah, I'm just going to climb away from the as with any seaside, you climb away from the sea. And yeah, I'm going to bring you along with me and see what we can see along the way. So as I predicted, when I after last spoke to you, it was basically immediate climbing, and I've been climbing for quite a while now, and gained quite a lot of bit of height quite quickly. The route, I find commute sometimes finds the steepest roads going, and today was no different. There was a road called Shorten Road, and it must have been 1 in 4. It was in the lowest gear I had, all the way up it, and then at the top there's a bit of a left and then straight on, and that brought me onto this little track. And you can't drive down it or anything, so yeah, it's perfect to finish off the hill. I can see the top of the hill now. I've stopped here just before the top because it's sheltered, because it's very windy today. What was I going to say? Yeah, so just before I started, we've had a Weatherspoons breakfast, so I was a bit worried that was going to make a reappearance coming up that 1 in 4, but I got up there, not fast, but you know. So today's a bit of a nice relaxed, chilled out ride. So I haven't actually explained why I'm down here. So last January I was 50, and at the time we were in lockdown, so couldn't do anything to celebrate that, so didn't think anything more of it. And then my other half suggested that we do something this year, you know, a year late, to celebrate it. So so here we are. She used to live down in Painton or Newton Abbot when she went to school and stuff, and so yeah, she's going today, going to meet some school friends and catching up in the pub. So suggested I take the bike, so that's what I'm doing. Right. So done a bit of a route on commute out to Widecombe in the moor, and then along the lane to Dartmoor, and then over the top back to Painton. So yeah, it's about a 45 mile route loop, as I said, and I keep looking at this building in front of me. It's sort of it's like a cone with the top chopped off. Don't know what that is. So I just got to get a bit closer to see what this is. It looks like some sort of kiln, like a giant thing. But that said, it's got windows in it, so maybe not. Oh, I wonder if it could be like a lighthouse of some description. I mean, from the top of there you'd be able to see the sea. And that's the good thing about doing these shorter rides where there's no rush. You can kind of stop and have a look at this kind of thing. I can hear the traffic on the road I'm about to join, so I think it's going to be quite a busy road from one extreme to the other. Keep spitting to rain as well. It's very mild, even if it is a bit breezy. So I've got this rain jacket on, and I've only got an under vest underneath, and absolutely baking. Anyway, let's crack on. From where I spoke to you last, and that was harder than I thought, actually, mainly because of the headwind. It is really strong today. It's just over the side of the road. I quite like how they've put the names on the signposts. Red post, well, it looks white to me. Oh, I nearly caught myself falling over on camera then. Behind me is the main road into Buckfastleigh, which is about another mile or so, mile and a quarter. But I spotted this spot through the trees, and I'm like, wow, look at this. Incredible place in Salt Bridge. If you look at the trees up there, you can see how windy it is. Just in a lovely sheltered spot here with no wind. Just a stunning scene. So this is the bridge just from the top. Just thought I would a bit of a wander onto the middle of it. I got the water treatment works there. You wouldn't have seen that. Well, you couldn't see it from down there, so I certainly didn't spoil the view. And that's why I was stood just down there. Plenty of water coming off the moors. Oh, there's a car coming. I'll stand in this refuge. We've got the wrong way system, the wrong way round in, where am I? Buckfastleigh. And it's got it the wrong way round. So I was a bit confused to begin with, but anyway, I've stopped. I forgot to put some water in my water bottle. I got the bike out the back of the car earlier and forgot to fill my water bottle up, so I'm going to buy some. And yeah, so my average speed for the first 10 miles was 7.3 miles an hour. I had done 1,600 feet of climbing in that 10 miles, so that's my excuse. Oh, and a mega headwind, so anyway. Left Ashburton behind me. I'm on this tiny little lane, and if you were to look at the route of today on a map, it's like a lollipop. You've got to stick with a loop on the end. So I'm now on the loop, and I've changed direction slightly, so it's more of a crosswind at the moment, so that's good. I do know as I go round I'm going to meet the headwind again, but that's fine because once I get around the other side it's going to blow me all the way back. Just thought I'd show you my profile. I think you can see that. So I'm just about to start the big climb up onto the moor. What the wind's going to be like up there I don't know, but there's only one way of finding out. Enjoying this. Very little traffic. Okay, there's a lot of climbing, but I know the views will be worth it in the end. I'm just twiddling my way up this hill, slowly but surely. I'm just about to join the main road. Carries on climbing. I'm at 823 feet. And obviously I've climbed up from sea level, so that's 800 feet of climbing already. I reckon there's about another 400 feet or so to go. Yeah, so I have done this lane before, but in the opposite direction, so it was a descent. I remember the road surface being quite poor, because it was on the Dartmoor Devil Audax. If you've never done it, have a go at it. It's worth a weekend away just to do it. They have 3 different routes. So every third year you get the same route again, if that makes sense. But it's a really good Audax, and it comes down this lane, and I only remember parts of it, so it must have been a while ago since I last done it. And as I say, the road surface has changed somewhat since I last came down here. Anyway, let's get up onto the top. 100 feet now. The top is literally within sight. It's another 100 foot at most. I saw this lovely little thing before I start that final little pitch up there, up to it. All the bit water. And you can see this old ancient bridge and the more modern one next to it. get that last little bit done. As you can see, I'm now up on the top, blowing an absolute hoolie. My zip's got stuck. 1,284 feet from sea level. So I'm going to drop down into Widecombe in the moor, follow the lane, valley down, and then come back over, drop down into Buckfastleigh again, and follow the route back. I'm not sure you can hear me. Drop down into Widecombe in the moor. So there's the church there, and you can see the tower as you're dropping down off the top there. It's kind of got a weather-beaten beauty, really. Widecombe is a bit of a honeypot for tourists, to be honest, but you can kind of see why. This is the green in Widecombe. Church in front of me. All the other times I've come through, it's always been full of people. Oh, there's landmines here. Oh, I'm not going to walk any further. When I say landmines, you know, the things that fall out the back of a cow. Either that or somebody's had a very good curry. I'm now in Pondsworthy, or rather just on the edge of it, and I'm just about to go up this stonking great climb. Drop down into Dartmoor, and there's another stonking climb up the other side. But, yeah, it's absolutely stunning around here. So we're 3 miles on for Widecombe in the moor now. Ridden along a bit of a lumpy road, but nothing too horrendous. Anyway. As you can tell, the weather's turned for the worst. The rain's come in. It was a proper sheeting when I was coming along the lane. I've actually put my lights on. Anyway, I'm not going to hang around because I've got damp now. So I'll speak to you again in Dartmoor. Right, spoke to you at Pondsworthy. I climbed up the hill there. The rain got really heavy, you know, proper sideways stuff. So going up there and it was grim. I had to put my lights on, and well, I already done that. And I got to the junction at the top, and I had a choice at that point of either going right and dropping down into Dartmoor just to come back up again over, or going right towards Ashburton. And I decided to left. So I decided to turn left to Ashburton, came down the main road a few miles, and then I saw a signpost for a village of Holm, which I knew was on my original route. And just like that, I mean, if you look now at the clouds, the rain just stopped, the sun came out, and it's almost like the hills have affected the weather, you know. So you come away from the hills and it's like this. Anyway, so I decided I'd head to home and then rejoin the route. So that's what I've just done. I've just come down this track behind me. I had to walk a little bit because there was these like massive boulders and they were really wet, and I couldn't, you know, I didn't want to, as I'm on my own, I didn't want to have an accident or anything. So I'm just about to rejoin the road now and just head back to Buckfastleigh. Wow, complete difference in the weather. Brilliant sunshine now, and I'm about 5 miles from the finish. I've just got a couple of little sort of hills to go over, and job's a good one. It's been fantastic though, apart from the weather. Well folks, that was an eventful ride. Sideways rain to brilliant sunshine. It's clouding over again now. I think it's going to rain here not long, so I'm not going to rain. 44 miles, 6,500 feet of climbing, at an average speed I'm not going to mention. Yeah, so next weekend I'm doing Will Pomeroy's 200 kilometre calendar event, Wells, Mells and Broader, something like that. Should be doing that, and yeah, thanks very much for joining me today. Thanks. Bye. See you on the next one.